Hey, welcome to episode number 24 of the Ask Sri Vishwanath show. It's very chilly out here. It's almost afternoon. I hope you're having a great day. Today's episode, we will speak about the power and influence of Maya and how you can cut the wheel of Maya to pieces with help of Krishna.
You ask questions and I answer them. This is the Ask Sri Vishwanath show.
All right, so today's question is from Daniel from New Jersey, and he asked, what is Maya? I know it's illusion, but I understand that only at an intellectual level. I'm not able to put it into practice or get any benefit from it other than knowing that it's Maya. Yes, that's a wonderful word. In India, almost everyone knows Maya, but everyone stays under Maya. We are all under the roof of Maya. So, the best definition of Maya was told by Ramakrishna Paramahansa, and he said that which makes the real appear as unreal and the unreal appear as real is Maya. So let me repeat. That which makes the real, which is the self, that which makes the real appear as unreal, and the unreal, which is all the things going on around us, as real, is Maya. Okay? And I'll share with you a very wonderful story. I've heard that in various places, and it's also been written about in various places. There was a sage who was talking about Maya, this world of illusion, and the various perceptions that different people have because of their behavior, character, and attitude. And as he was doing that, a mad elephant was coming from the other side. So the various people, they were sort of telling that get out of the way, and everyone run. So all the disciples left, and the sage also started running. So everyone was running, and they took shelter, and they saw that the mad elephant just went away. And so the disciple then asked the sage that you said everything is Maya. So why did you run? I mean, then the mad elephant is also Maya. Why did you run? And so the sage said that if the mad elephant is Maya, then consider my running also as Maya. All right. So that was a very humorous, thing, which is what it is that the mad elephant is Maya, and consider my running also as Maya. So when we live in the world of Maya, every action, thought, and emotion appears real. So let's go back to the definition of what Ramakrishna said. Ramakrishna said that which makes the real, the self, the jiva, appear as unreal, and the unreal as real is Maya. So there are two things which comes here. You see, there are two words which pops up here. One is exists, and the other is appears. You see, I want you to note down these two words, exist and appear. The differentiation between these two will lead you close to Maya. You see, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, in all it meaning the self, in all it exists undivided, and yet it appears to be divided. You see, in all beings, the self exists undivided. It's the same, and yet it appears to be divided. And the reason it appears is because of the lens of perception. So this is very important. And the easiest way is, like, let's say when you're watching a movie, what all do you see in the movie? The emotions, the characters, the events, the scenes. All of them are, unreal to you, and yet you start, many people start laughing, crying, and all that stuff. But we all know that all those things are an appearance, and what exists in reality is the director and the script. So the same director will have 1,000 scripts. You see, there's always something which exists, which is invisible. Like in a movie, the director and script is invisible. And that which appears is what is, what we see, hear, touch, and feel. And we mistake the appearance to be that which is existing. So if we take a step back, we can go from appearance to existence. Like if we go a step back, we can know that the entire movie, there is a script and there's a director, and that is the invisible thing, and that is what exists, and everything appears from that. So we should not get caught up in the appearance. So Maya is basically when there is a higher awareness. It's like a climb in awareness. Let's say, for example, how can we differentiate between exists and appears? Like our emotions. You see, we know that if we get angry, if we get sad, there is a higher emotion, right? What is the higher emotion? Happiness, calmness. So this emotion is an appearance, because what exists is happiness, calmness. Because what we have to understand is we have to differentiate between the source of awareness and the appearance of awareness. You see, the source of awareness is the self, the jiva. And the appearance of awareness is what we see, hear, touch, and feel, like the body, mind, and the intellect. So this is very important. Whenever you get an emotion, you say, is there a higher emotion? Is there a better emotion? So anger, there's a better emotion. Sad, there's a better emotion. So that is Maya. Anything where there's a higher perception and you're aware of it, you should know that whatever is existing is Maya. Like we know that the body, it's real. They pinch it, pains, but it's Maya. Why? Because the intelligence of the body is borrowed from the intelligence of the mind. You see, the mind instructs. I say, lift my hand. The hand, lift. Now again, we know that the mind is also Maya. How? Because the intelligence of the mind is borrowed from the intelligence of the intellect. We always have the intellect. We discriminate and says, don't lift your hand or whatever it is. So we know that there's a higher intelligence called intellect, and then we know that the power of the intellect is borrowed from the power of the self. You see, if there is no consciousness, this body will just fall apart to pieces. So we know that the intelligence of the body is borrowed from the mind, the intelligence of the mind is borrowed from the intellect, and the intelligence of the intellect is borrowed from the consciousness. That way, all these things, the body, mind, and intellect, is like it's an appearance, and what really exists is the soul. Therefore, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, thus worshipping him, the consciousness, who is nobler than the intellect, restraining the self with will, and destroy the enemy within that is craving. You see, this is very important, that all the things that appears is like it has got limited existence. It will be there today, it will not be there tomorrow. It's momentary. And that which exists is the source of this appearance. So there's a source of awareness and appearance of awareness. And when you get to the source of awareness, there will be no Maya, there will be no delusion. And there, you will see things as they are. And that is when you're seated in the heart of your consciousness. Everything else is Maya. I hope that answered your question, Daniel. You keep asking questions, and I keep answering them.